Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Greetings from Istanbul. I'm Feride Zeynep Güder from Uskudar University, and I'm very happy to be part of this online workshop. Let me share my screen with you. And I hope everybody can see my PowerPoint, and I would like to see myself as well on the right side. Okay. Then maybe here would be better. Okay. As you can see, I work at Üsküdar University, and I'm very happy to be the part of this organization. And if you would like to, contact me after the presentation or Q&A session, I would be very happy to be the part of this discourse analysis group. My workshop today is based on my recent studies on emotional capitalism and Neo-Platonism. And my subtitle is Meaning Crisis and Happycracy in Algorithmic Age. To use the time effectively, I divided my presentation into five periods, 5 steps. And in the first steps, I will talk about the present situation and what is going on right now. And in the second part, I will give you the solutions provided in popular digital media contents as easy or heavy contents. And I talk about the third steps in the Happycracy and emotional capitalism. And when I say the emotional capitalism, which is the extended version of neoliberalism. And also after that, I will give some time to what are the things on the deep level of why people are resorting to this new age mysticism and Neoplatonic insights. And then I will talk about what I do in the analysis part of my speech. And in the abstract, you can find the paper format of the, I hope I will write my paper. I mentioned all things in a very clear way. And these are my keywords, and I put my keywords. I'm very quick because I want to use time effectively. My key terminologies and theories are divided into 5 parts as well. On Happycracy, on the first part, emotional capitalism, algorithmic culture, Neoplatonism, and New Age mysticism at the same time, and the commentators or the speaker's role as explainer, and CDA analysis as critical digital discourse analysis is my methodology, and I suggest further studies, and I'll give my references. And let me start with the description of what I mean by the crisis of meaning or its relation to this new age mysticism. The crisis of meaning experienced in the 21st century brings us to a new level in the search for the unknown via Neoplatonism with a new algorithmic calculation. The meta-convergence of the arguments, or many arguments, now discusses or having different levels of truth. This is the reference goes to Feride. And how do digital media platforms facilitate the spread of new age mysticism? We have this in this age of Happycracy, algorithms here in digital media polish a new popular culture, which we call it, digital media culture. They cultivate therapeutic healing coaches, mystical canons. I'm sure that you meet lots of people are following astrological readings and the philosophy of Sufism, for example, in the context of Turkey. And many people resort to mysticism for peace. These are called as New Age mysticism. And postmodern people are heavily searching the possibility of happiness in the hidden meaning in life. So the concept of happycracy, discussed by Edgar Cabanas and Eva Illouz, refers to the commodification of happiness in contemporary society. Everybody knows right now we are experiencing a very dark and catastrophic age, atmosphere of the the very pessimistic stages of life, in this postmodern culture. We are at the age of the third war, and to make it worse, we are having a very big and how can we say heavy crisis, financial crisis, which been characterized by neoliberalism, and all this stuff produces its own methodology for seeking a deep level of spiritual healing. On social media, which was governed by algorithmic governmentality or algorithmic management, AI-based hegemony guides people to manufacture happy societies, and they are trying to control people's life. And we all witness millions of pieces of contents. They are advocating how we can be happier. And these neoliberalist industrial happiness have actually some of them are very easy, light context. Some are very intensive and challenging in terms of its intellectual capacity. Cabanas and Illus here question how happiness, in this case, has become a product and a duty driven by psychological and self-help industries. They are closely aligned with neoliberal capitalist values. This is the dilemma. What is the dilemma? The people are responsible for their happiness. It is not the problem. The problem, it's the systematic problems is not to the blamed, but the subject itself who is responsible for their own problems. And there are so many psychiatrists and then the coaches telling us what to do in this digital age. For example, some professional case, we can see the methodology of being happy. How can you stimulate your vagus nerve to decrease your level of depression, for example? By singing, gargling, cold showers, heating, exercising, breath work, and massage. We all met all these kinds of activities. And actually, these methods of being happy, let me share the video of them here. I hope you can hear the sound of it.
Bütün sıkıntılarımı, bütün ağrılarımı attım, sattım. Bütün kinimi, bütün derdimi, bütün kederimi attım, sattım. İki önemli bölgeyi çalışacağız bugün. Şimdi ilk önce ben söyleyeceğim. Daha sonra sizlerin sesini duymak istiyorum oturduğunuz yerden. Bütün sıkıntılarımı, bütün ağrılarımı.
Okay, in this video, she said that I threw all my troubles, all my grudge, all my troubles, and I sold them, attım. It's in the Turkish version. Is it easy to throw your old troubles with dancing or something like that? This is the undermining or underestimating the real problems instead of really searching what is going on here. Instead of trying to find the source of the problems, you just make the activity and activate yourself. Yes, it's good for activity, but at the same time, it's just escapism. And then there is a discrepancy of the reality and this healing approaches. In our Turkish context, in Turkey, people are bombarding, exposed to many digital media, how can we say, violences. So many violent news are exposed to us coming from the murderers, women murderers, and I can't tell you the details. I found myself crying because of this news. We were just watching the other people's suffering. And then once we see this, witnessing the people's suffering, it is not easy to get rid of this stuff by dancing or activating our vagus nerve stimulation. So these are the they don't meet the depthness of the problem. That's the problem. That's the dilemma of these part. And these young people are making fun of these video. But in our cases in Turkey, I find the symbolic representative of our problems, who is Özkan Uğur. Let's have a
Senin
look at.
yüzünden düştüm bu hale. Ne bir şifa buldum ne de bir çare.
Ne oldu? Bilmiyorum ya. Şöyle bir şey oldu. Allah Allah.
Ah canım. Duygulandın.
Bir şey oldu evet.
Ah tamam.
Ne oldu Özkan'ım?
Güzel oldu.
Allah bu ilk defa böyle bir şey oldu.
Biz bu yaşlarda ağlarız. Ağlamayan zaten ne yani, değil mi Fuat?
Allah pardon ya.
Ağlamamak.
Okay, he's not acting, by the way. He really burst into tears, although he's a very successful, the pop singers he used to be, and people are like him. We are in the middle of suffering situation, but at the same time, the algorithmic culture or digital media are advocating us how to be happy. So Cabanas and Illos here explores how happiness has been turned into a product and duty. It is our duty to be happy. And then in this case, these are the algorithms mostly seen on digital media as a new popular culture reframed by New Age mysticism. These are the books I recommend you to read by Eva Illos, Saving the Modern Soul, Therapy, Emotions, and the Culture of Self-Help. Self-help is the thing, where is the the ironic part of it. Why am I going to be responsible for my problem? It is this problem, the system itself has got some problems, or emotions as commodities. And in the context of this happiness, I pick another kind of videos popping up in digital media, and luckily I met the Dr. John Verwaake's videos, which he's very prolific in this case. He wrote so many books, and he's a cognitive scientist. He's a philosopher and cognitive scientist. He's producing lots of solutions to the meaning crisis, and you can see his videos here, episode 1, episode 2, and so on. While I'm watching his meaning crisis video, I find it very useful for my own, how can we say, per se, for my own happiness or satisfaction, or trying to my intellectual creativity. And I choose the outer of the limits of cognitives, the outer limits of cognitive science to be the sample case to focus on in our study. Okay, and to survive and increase the literacy of Neo-Platonism, we need to explore the arguments. What are they selling? What are they giving us? So the transcript of the video are analyzed within this perspectives, and also I use the uptakes. Uptakes are when I use the digital media discourse analysis. So I have to include the uptakes. Uptakes are the comments posted on the video. So to provide the contextual examples, I choose them. They have a deep conversation about the crisis of meaning and the outer of the limits. So in the first part, I try to analyze the speech. Now I am on this part. I couldn't still finish. I couldn't find time to finish the second part. And the second part is the uptakes are analyze. So their discourse is very dynamic, and after you watch it, you will understand what I mean. If you have a chance or have time, I highly recommend it. And so with this digital media, the data collection steps is for me is speech of Jordan Peterson and John Vervaeke. The video lasts 2 hours, and also I take the audience's comment. And the transcript of the video further analyzed through the emotional capitalism. Let me talk about what is going on in this video. Here, superficial reading is not allowed because you can't understand what is going on here. They discuss entropy reduction, incremental fact gathering, systems of complexity, and the ultimate unity in the Holy Spirit. And they both, John Vervaeke is an associate professor in cognitive psychology and cognitive science at the University of Toronto, and his work constructs a bridge between science and spirituality in order to help understand the experience of meaningfulness and the cultivation of wisdom so as to afford awakening from meaning crisis. You can find lots so intellectually loaded things. So the video consists of 40 chapters. I gave them in 10 parts. For example, this one, I like this one too much. Zombie complex and nature of function. And the function of consciousness, these are the chapters. And then these are the chapters. And I put some references here, some photos of this discussion. They are very dynamic while they are discussing these heavy issues. And then there are so many intellectually high loaded terminologies, and this is actually the ones that I am looking for because of these because of their seriousness to talk about. And for example, in one deep level arguments in 1:39, they stated as this is the progressive generalizable adaptation. I think this is the Jordan's word, quoting, psychotherapists have learned across disciplines in the last 100 years is that if you get people to voluntarily confront what they are afraid of avoiding, disgusted by, and inclined to be willfully blind about, they get bravery. So there are so many, wise words and wise sentences. And then what I got from this analysis is that their discourse is based on the ideology of knowledge unification. And although their speech is full of heavy terminology, their video received 4,160 more than, maybe it's still increasing day by day. And then I got 5 focal points. I derived 5 focal points derived from their speech. First, they have the power of language in framing knowledge. They frame the knowledge and they use the language in a very good way. And there are so many ideological underpinnings. This ideological underpinning is that science and religion as not allies, they are not are allies, not adversaries. And their discursive construction of cognitive and emotional processing, they discussed it a lot, and they also use the role, explained the role of meaning and wisdom as goal-oriented constructs. And then you can find my last verse here. They have so many use so many metaphors and examples, and these knowledge structures full of stories, and these stories give the reader that they are really getting information in this case instead of escapism. And they have so many references to historical thinkers like Descartes, Spinoza, Socrates, and these are all the frameworks of the Western philosophical frameworks. And then this rhetorical move appeals to tradition and intellectual heritage, suggesting the universality and depth of the cognitive science issues under discussions. I'm sorry I couldn't read all of them because my time finished, but I would be very happy if you ask me in questions in Q&A, question and answer part. Let me finish my presentation by saying that they are telling, in short, cognitive science's purpose is bridging disparate fields like religion, philosophy, biology, minds, philosophy. So if you are searching the happiness or the intellectual satisfaction, we have to follow these Western, how can we say, framework, intellectual framework. These are my contact address. I'm very happy to be the part of this workshop. I'm sorry I am out of the time limit. Thank you very much.